Hello humans, welcome back to the Own the Map challenge. You can see that we have rented some equipment. We are in a John Deere harvester here, headed our way to field number 12 to do some harvesting. You can see that we have moved on to November. The weirdest thing happened. There were no contracts available. Oh wow, good driving. There were no contracts available in October for some reason, so we moved on to November and accepted this harvesting contract. So we are gonna make our way to the field and start to tackle our first contract of November. I'm hoping that we can complete more than one contract today. I know that last time we thought we were going to be able to do more than one, and that ended up not being the case. So hopefully today we can. So we're going to go ahead and get the header attached to this combine here and start to make our way around the field. You can see that we are up there at $7,800. I believe that even though we don't own any of the land on the map, we are actually getting charged some maintenance for the land that it thinks that we own. So I have been trying to keep track of that and add it back in as we go. So we will continue to work with what we have now, the 7803. I will go back and look at the recording and add back in whatever it might be that I need to. But for the time that we have now, we are just going to continue to work our way around this soybean field here and knock out contract number 1 of the day. I'm hoping that due to the size of this combine and the size of this field here, that we're going to be able to knock this out pretty quick. After that, there are some other contracts that we can choose from, but for right now, we're just going to make our way on harvesting these soybeans. Welcome back in. You can see that we are almost at 100% full here in the combine, which means that we are going to have to switch back into the tractor and the trailer that we have up at the store. And there we go. We are completely full. So let's go ahead and jump into the John Deere 7810 and pick up our class trailer here, and we are going to make our way to the field to get that combine unloaded. Yes, I could have had a worker bring it over, but at this point in time we are trying to save as much money as possible, and I did not want to use the worker and pay them to bring this over when we can do it ourselves. We are over 30% done with the contract, so we are making really good time with the equipment that they gave us. So we will get this over and get the combine emptied and then finish up the field. I think we will be able to finish the field with just one more combine load, but we will get over there and see what we can do. Alright, we have made our way back to the field and we are getting the first combine load unloaded into the trailer here. So it does look like the entire combine is going to fit into this trailer. You can also see that we missed a little bit there when we were in first person view, which always seems to happen to me, but we will get that cleaned up as we continue on with the harvest. But we are going to get this unloaded. We're going to jump back into the combine and continue working through the field. So there we go, 44%. So we have at least one more full combine load that we can offload into our trailer here, which is great. But we're gonna jump out of the tractor and jump back into our combine harvester here. And because we are still close to this end, we are gonna get backed up, take care of this little bit that we missed, and continue on. So again, it's not even 10:30, and we'll go ahead and actually jump into the menu and see we are 44% done with this contract, which is just awesome. So we are almost halfway done, and it's not even 10:30 in the morning, so we are definitely going to be able to knock out multiple contracts here in November. But we are going to get back to harvesting these soybeans. Welcome back in. We are finishing up our last pass of the soybean field here. We have offloaded another full combine load, as you saw in the time lapse, and we have gone back to finish up the last two passes to finish pulling all of the soybean off of the field here. So once we finish up this row, we're going to get this loaded into the trailer, and then we will get this and the header trailer brought back to the store. So there we go. That is officially the entire field harvested. So let's go ahead and pull up to our trailer here, and hopefully this last 1,400 liters will fit into our trailer, which I believe it should. So there we go. That is this field officially harvested. Let's get over to the header trailer, get that dropped back onto there, and we will get this combine back to the store. Alright, we are back in the field, in the John Deere, and we are going to make our way to the tipping point. So we were able to pull 21,349 liters off of this field of soybeans. I had a thought while returning the combine and the header with the header trailer that we might actually make a little bit of extra money on this contract as well. I know that on other maps, as you do harvesting contracts, sometimes when you tip what you've pulled off the field, you get a little bit of extra money. So we will see if that happens. So we're gonna get pulled in here, try to find our drop point, which I'm thinking is right there. So let's go ahead and get pulled in here and start to get this unloaded. So there go all the soybeans. You can see the contract is being completed, 81%. And there's finished, and it looks like we brought in an extra $2,400. That is awesome. That puts our total up over 10,000. So we are going to get these two pieces of equipment returned to the store, and from there we will decide what our next contract is going to be. So this contract here went much smoother than our last one when we were harvesting, when we were cultivating that field, or plowing that field rather. It was quite tough, but we were able to get it all the way done. Just took a little bit longer than we thought. So we are off to a much better start here in November, off on the right foot. Not only are we going to be able to collect the contract, we were able to bring in an additional $2,400, and it's not even noon yet. So we are definitely going to be able to finish at least one more of the contracts that are available to us. So we're going to wait for this van to pass and get back to the store and complete contract number 1. All right, we will get pulled next to the combine, go into our menu, go into our contracts, and collect that money. So 3,300 of contract income. All right, we're gonna jump back into the menu, and it looks like we have 2 or 3 other harvesting. This one here for sugar beets, that is going to take a very long time. Field 16 is one of the largest fields on the map, and sugar beets always takes a while. So I think we're going to go ahead and accept this sunflower field cultivation or harvest contract right here. So we're going to go ahead and borrow those items. There they are. Let's go ahead and jump into our case combine here. We're going to get this header picked up, and we're going to make our way over to the field to begin harvest number 2 of the day. So harvest number 1 was good to us. We were able to get that finished rather quickly, and we were able to also bring in some additional money. So I'm hoping we are able to do the same here with contract number 2. So we're going to try to get pulled out here. Seems like we always have congestion as we're pulling in and out of the store, and these streets are not that big, but we are going to make our way all the way down to the bottom of the map and get to work on field number 11. So we will see you when we get there. All right, here we are. We have finally made it to the field. These large pieces of equipment on this small map makes for a very interesting drive. So we are finally here. We had quite the adventure getting here, but we're gonna go ahead and get this harvester unfolded. All right, and nope, it is folding up again. We don't want that. We will get the actual harvester unfolded. And we're gonna get harvesting the soybeans here in field number, what was it, 11? Field number 11. So we are looking to be making really good progress here in November on this Own the Map challenge. We were able to bring in around $6,000 doing the soybean contract, so I'm hoping that it will be around the same, if not more, from harvesting the soybeans off of this field here. But we are going to get into a bit of a time lapse and see how far we can get before we have filled up this combine. Right, we are unloading combine load number 1, and you can see that we have already completed 44% of the field here in just one combine load. So we are definitely making really good progress here. We will see how much room it takes up in this trailer, but I have no doubt that we are going to be able to fill up another combine load and get it into this trailer. Yeah, only 31%. So we're gonna jump back into the combine here and finish up this field. I don't think it's gonna take us long at all. Like I said, we were able to get 44% taken care of with just one combine load. And you also have to take into account that that 44% is of the entire contract, which includes delivering these sunflowers to the sell point. So we are further along than 44% just of the field. So we are going to continue to work here and either fill up this combine one more time or finish off this field, whichever comes first. Okay, we are finishing the last of the sunflowers here. You can see that it has started to rain. Luckily, we were able to complete most of the field before the rain started, so hopefully it did not impact the yield too much, and we are still going to be able to complete the contract and make ourselves a little extra money. So we're going to go ahead and get this offloaded here into our trailer, and then we are going to make our way to the sell point. With how much trouble it was getting this combine down here, I know that we said we would be bringing equipment back to the store each and every time. I think we're going to make an exception for the combine here. I got it stuck 2 or 3 times on the way here. You saw how small some of the roadways were as we were making our way down with the trailer and the tractor. So we're going to just go ahead and leave this here, and we will return it from the store. But for right now, we are going to make our way to the sell point, which looks like it was up in the same complex that our other sell point was in. But we are going to make our way up there and get these sunflowers sold. Okay, so we have made our way up to the complex, which seems to be where most, if not all, of the sell points are. And we are going to make sure that we find the correct sell point, because I don't want to drop it in the wrong location and not complete the contract. Is it going to be back here around this building? I think it might be. So we've got that one, but I don't think that's the correct one. I think we're going to this one over here. We will triple check once we get pulled in, because it could be any one of these. We are at Natural Oils. Let's just make sure. Yep, the oil mill. So we're going to go ahead and get this unloaded. So we will see, will we get any additional income? It does look like we are. So almost $2,000 of additional income, which is great. So we are going to turn around, and when I say that, that means we're probably going to get stuck. But we are going to make our way back up to the store, get this equipment dropped off, and that is going to be the episode. I think that we have made really good progress here today. We were able to harvest 2 separate fields with 2 different combines, with 2 different headers. Come on, car. One for our soybeans and one for our sunflowers. So we were able to bring in additional money off of those fields on top of both of the contract prices, which was great. You can see we are almost to $16,000 in the bank and making our way towards that lucky number of something over 500,000. Seems like it is going to be a grind, but that's exactly what we wanted it to be. So we are going to make our way back to the store and see exactly what we end up with after we collect our income from this contract. So you can see how hard it is driving on some of these downtown streets with some of this larger equipment. We are going to get rather good at doing this. As I say that, we crash into the bushes and the fence. But let's get pulled back in here and go into our menu here and complete this harvesting contract. So we're going to go ahead and collect that. And that is another $27.32 in the bank, which leaves us with $18,682, which, just to show you, does mean we are making progress. We would be able to afford field number 6. What about any others? So not many others, but we are working our way up towards being able to. We would be able to also 35. So yeah, there are a few fields, 35 and 6, that we would be able to purchase. So we are making our way there. But that is where we are going to end the video. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time as we continue to try to own the map.